Okay, so if you're subscribed to this channel, you might be confused on why I made another 100 days hardcore video. Let me give you a quick run through. NANI?! Yes, the rumors are true. My hard drive was wiped completely clean. That includes footage of up to day 170 on my hardcore series. Also, my hardcore world save. Not to worry though, cause I made another world. Okay, so I survived 100 days in hardcore Minecraft. Again. But before you watch this video, consider subscribing. I spent over 60 hours making it, and the support is much appreciated. Also, I made a Patreon account, and I'm saving up to buy a new computer, so I can create better content. So if you even consider contributing, it would mean the world to me. Anyways, without further ado, let's start the video. We back, baby! First things first, we gotta create new world. Yep, that's about right. Damn, we found ruins of a nether portal straight away. Nice. I had to collect some wood for tools first though. Cool. Now I can go back and check out the chest. I didn't find anything special, but armor at the start always helps. After collecting the loot, I started exploring immediately. I slaughtered the wildlife around spawn and made my way closer to any village I could find. I found a cave, but got attacked, so I cooked my food and went back. I found some iron and some coal, but was super careful not to get blown up by a creeper. It started to become late, so I made my pussy hole where I spent my first night. Morning of day 2. First thing I did was made myself a shield and some iron gear. After leaving my pussy hole, I found an ocean and decided that boat travel would be the fastest way for now. So I set sail north in search for a village. I spotted a nice biome but decided to keep traveling. Land ho! I found a decently sized island and spent the night there, in the open sky. After waking up, I decided to stay here for a couple of days, build a little shack, gather enough iron for a full armor set, explore the caves underneath me, and then take off again in pursuit to find a village. I came across a pillager outpost, but decided to sleep through the night so I'd have enough strength to fight them. Wow, they were really poor. So I MLG'd my way down from the tower. Yeah, close enough. And took off. I collected pumpkins, food, leather, and out of nowhere I noticed some village lights. I didn't see anybody at the time, so I killed their cows. I stole everything from their chests, killed a few iron golems, and chose a house to live in for now. In the morning I went out looking for cows and sheep. Don't get too attached to them cause I'm growing them for food. I made a mine, and after getting lost, I towered back up to the surface, started clearing out an area where I'll be working on my main base. When I woke up on day 8, I finished the blueprint for my house, and started the deforestation process around my village. Yes, I am the new leader of the Latvian Republic. I wanted my house to have an entrance on each side of the base, so I did just that. First thing I did though was I laid down a smooth wooden floor and built up my walls. The next day was spent by semi-organizing my quote-unquote storage system, collecting sand for my windows and cobblestone for my walls. Day 11 was a mining day, no diamonds. On day 12 I needed to add support beams to my house and started working on the roof, so I did just that. Day 13 and 14 were mining days. And diamonds! Well, diamond. Only one. How sad. I finished off the weekend by finishing up my base, moving all the items and spending my first night in Casa de los Presidentes de la República de Latvia. I don't even speak Spanish, I just use Google Translate. But whatever. On day 15 and 16 I started putting up my wall. Continued the deforestation process and also started demolishing the locals' houses. I know I seem like a bad guy, but I'm not. So I demolished one of their churches. I don't like how they look, and I'm the self-elected president, so I can do that. Same gist on day 17. The base is starting to look a little bit better, but I have a lot of plans for it in the future. I did make room where all my homeless people could live, and lured everybody inside the walls. I promised them lower taxes and free meals for only $5. that's a good deal. On the next day, I covered up all the ugly pathways that they had made and did a little dance. I wanted my mineshaft entrance to be smack middle in my home, so I dug straight down, without an ounce of fear in my body, and proceeded to mine the whole day. Next day I remembered that I had not planted any sugar canes yet, and I needed them to start enchanting my gear, so I left my people to travel into the unexplored forest and collect some cane seeds. After a long journey, I finally found some and made my way back to the base and planted them right next to the wall. It's the weekend, so I decided to relax a bit. I explored the land next to my kingdom to be. While in the forest, I decided to practice my MLG bucket skills because they really weren't that great. I fed the livestock I've been growing outside the wall and went back for a quick mining session. I decided to melt down some of the cobblestone and make stone bricks. They would definitely increase the value of my base. I did some farming, landscaping, and placed torches outside my wall. I don't know what I did on day 23 because I forgot to press record, but my guess is that I probably farmed some sugar canes. On this day I figured I could use some cats to protect me from creepers and use for a creeper farm later on, so I went old school fishing with a sword in my hand. Whilst in the water I found a gorgeous fish and snatched it. It would later become Plub, my favorite pet I've ever had in Minecraft. At home I tamed a bunch of cats and went to sleep. When I woke up I farmed some more of the canes, gave Plub his name tag and admired him for a bit. Okay, back to work. I didn't really know what the purpose of this church was, because there was another one right next to my base, and this is a small country, so I got rid of it. Day 26, revolution time. It's time to start getting rid of this ugly, worthless, pathetic shit of an excuse for a forest. I don't know why, but I have an unhealthy hatred towards birch wood. I was chopping logs until the sun started to set. I took all the trees and turned them into sticks to make big bank. After almost making 2 stacks of emeralds, I bought myself Fortune 3 book and got the librarian that sells mending books. I noticed that my base was starting to get a little bit cramped, so I extended the wall. I lit up the new land I had acquired and broke the border. The Latvian Republic has now doubled in size. On day 29 I was attacked, but they were no match to my lucky yellow shield. Finally, after farming sugarcanes for 10 days straight, I had enough to make 15 bookcases. I collected some obsidian, made the enchanting table, and enchanted my pickaxe. With an extreme amount of luck, I was able to get Fortune 3 on my first try, again. I made the diamond chestplate and a sword, and enchanted them as well. Now, day 31 was extremely lucky. After going down to my mineshaft and mining literally 1 block, I unveiled some diamonds. Less than a minute later, I found 4 more diamond ores. 3.5 minutes later, 6 more. At this point, I was thinking I couldn't get any more luckier. 3 minutes passed, found more diamonds. Literally, a few steps later, I found 5 more diamond ores. And thanks to my Fortune 3 pickaxe, the total came up to 51 diamonds. Tax collector is doing its job perfectly. After that amazing mining session, I was chopping birch logs for 2 days straight. I made around 4 stacks of emeralds in total. I started off day 34 just admiring my sugarcane farm, and then harvesting it. I spent the whole night making a new and improved farm with better protection. At daytime on day 35, I was messing around with the villagers, chatting with them, forcing them to get different professions. At nighttime though, I decided that I wanted a tower above my house. Kinda like a lookout tower. I'll make it out of cobblestone for now, but replace it with glass sometime later. I remembered that I needed phantom membranes, so on day 36 I decided not to sleep. Thankfully I hadn't slept for the last 2 nights. At daytime I was flattening out District 2 of the Latvian Republic. At nighttime I was slaying mobs left and right, collecting XP and finishing up my cane farm. Another mining day, another chance to find diamonds. At nighttime some phantoms spawned, but none dropped the membranes. When I started collecting sugarcanes for my super secure farm, I was greeted by a friend who spontaneously combusted. Later that day I replaced some more cobblestone in my tower. When it got dark I got some more phantoms and they dropped 3 membranes. After building the portal, I entered the Nether realm. I gathered some soul sand and started looking for the Nether fortress, which took me around 2 days. Another day went by me looking for the blaze spawner. I farmed the blazes until my lucky shield was almost broken and headed home. Today I started preparations for the Ender Dragon fight. I wanted to get mending for all my gear, so I bought 9 mending books. It cost me a lot of emeralds, but I don't think I'll need mending anymore in this playthrough. When I was done with that, I started brewing my slow fall and strength potions, but I accidentally made splash strength, not strength 2. That's okay, I'll fix it tomorrow. On this tragic day, we lost a close friend. Billy Boop was slain by an unknown entity. I will not rest easy until I avenge him. Worst of all, my own guards started attacking me. It looked like a revolution was right around the corner, but their strength was no match for mine. Anyways, I got my infinity book, which is what I wanted, although I overpaid for it. I went back to the Nether to mine Nether quartz for XP, so I could add all the enchantments to my armor. I did absolutely nothing on day 46, except farm sugar canes. I was almost ready for the fight. I needed ender pearls, so I ventured back into the Nether with all my gold. I traded with a pigling and actually got enough pearls. Next on the list, a horse. I found a pack of horses and tamed one. I didn't like him, so I picked another one. Yes, this steed is worthy to take the name Otto. We ran back home, I gathered all my belongings, and threw my first pearl. I jumped onto Otto and started running. After what felt like hours, the ender pearls started going down. And I shit you not, this was the most frustrating stronghold to explore. I spent well over 20 minutes just looking for the portal. After placing the eyes and drinking my potions, I jumped in. After removing the dragon's defenses with ease, I started attacking him. The dragon didn't even come close to touching me, and after a few minutes, it was dead. It did kinda lose its egg, but after some research it turns out it's at the world spawn. I'll get it later though. Right now I have to get back home and celebrate the fact that I killed the beast, exactly halfway to our milestone. Day 50, baby! After that big battle, I went to lay back and build a bit, so I started with replacing my base floor. I changed the wall to blackstone, but really didn't like how it looked. Now that I have a bunch of levels, I can enchant my shovel. Went out looking for sand and quickly found it. I wanted to go all in on the yellow look, so I made yellow concrete for the house. I think it looks nice. We finished with that, boys. Now I want to enchant my sword to max level. Damn, I'm only 1 level short. Went back to the Nether and got another level. What? Okay, so my new strat was to kill some pigmen for the XP, and it worked perfectly. After combining the swords, I just spent some time on killing things, just having fun, you know. On day 54, I went to the Nether and collected a bunch of gravel. But day 55 consisted of me making the first redstone contraption in this world. My semi-automatic flower and seed farm, baby. Now I thought the farm was slow, so the next day I made it almost fully automatic. I'd say it's a little faster now. With yellow concrete in my hands, I finished up my base. On day 57, I started the excavation plans of my storage system underneath my base. Nothing too interesting. Next day, I went to the Nether once again and collected gravel for some more concrete. Should have been an easy job, right? Nope. Almost died digging gravel. Anyways, I decided that I want my storage room to be pearly white, so I spent the rest of the day working on that. Day 59 was spent entirely in the Nether, mining quartz to make Nether quartz stairs. Next day, I used up all my quartz, no surprise there. So I took the quartz blocks from my base floor and replaced it with stone bricks. I placed most of the stairs in the storage room and used up all the wood that I had on chests. At the start of day 61 I went for a horse ride. Oh, I remember. I went out looking for spruce trees to bring back home. Saplings to be more specific, because when you place 4 spruce saplings in a square, they grow into a huge tree. So I was chopping away. I sold most of it to villagers though, and used the rest to making chests. But I needed more. I was on a high for killing trees. This was probably the most boring day out of them all. I moved all the items from a few blocks above me to a few blocks below me. It was painful trying to figure out which items go where. I decided that I wanted an elytra, so I smacked Soul Speed 3 on my boots and zoomed my way to the portal through the Nether. Just kidding, it took me around 30 minutes to construct this bridge. Also, I got lost in the stronghold again. After teleporting to the end city thing, I walked around for about another 30 minutes. But luckily, the first building that I found had an elytra boat. After killing all the shulkers, I had 18 shulker shells in my inventory. I pearled to the boat, snatched the wings and dragon head, and left. I found a different exit, a lot closer to that one I came through, so I was quickly back home. I erected the dragon head above my doorway. Also, I found like 20 diamonds in chests, so that's cool. And it's day 69. I needed something to calm my nerves from the end, so I spent the whole day digging. Yep, just digging. Next few days I spent replacing cobblestone to glass in my tower and breaking bookcases in the stronghold. I got almost a full inventory full of books, so I'd say it was worth it. On day 74, the preparations for the one-hit Enderman XP Super Epicness farm began. The Latvian Republic needed something good on their resume, and Infinite XP is a pretty decent rate, I'd say. Now, I'm not gonna bore you too much on the construction of this amazing farm, but if you want to know how to make it, go check out the video at the top right of the screen. I have an in-depth tutorial on this very channel. I gathered 60 levels and headed back home. Well, I forgot to record day 78 to 80, but all I did was farm some Enderman XP and built up the walls. I think I extended my village as well, but I'm not really sure. I also gathered some gunpowder and sand for TNT, and that was it. Now, the next Minecraft week started off really fun, with tons of explosions. It's always fun to run around in the Nether with a stack of TNT in your hands and just blow shit up. That lasted for about 10 minutes. The rest were spent mindlessly strip mining for that ultra rare ancient debris. I got 34 in the end, which was more than I really needed, and more than I expected to get as well. I brought all my gear to the smithing table, placed all the netherite ingots, and bada bing bada boom, bing pot. We did it, folks. Over the span of 1.5 weeks, I managed to get a full netherite armor set and a full set of netherite tools. Not once, but twice. I have to apologize again, but some more footage got corrupted. I didn't notice until I was writing this script, but it ran at like 0.1 frames per second. I could show you a slideshow that's 50 minutes long, but you wouldn't want that. I did a bunch of work in the Nether though, and I should have some screenshots to prove it. Killed a bunch of wither skeletons and got a bunch of them skulls. Day 91 to 96 were spent underground in the mines. I needed a bunch of gold, so I mined for it. I gathered around 5 stacks of gold ore, but I had a lot more in my nether chest, where I kept my gold nuggies. 3 days before the big 100. All I did was collect sugarcanes and traded villagers. Day 98 was very special to me, because I decided to protect my favorite thing on the server, the Tree of Life. I was scared that it would burn down, so I replaced the leaves with emerald blocks and wood with gold blocks. I came a little short on the emerald blocks, so I did what I do best. Killed some trees and traded villagers. Day 99 was consisted of finishing the Tree of Life and building a huge ass golden monument right next to my house, where I'll be placing a beacon. And 100. Big ol' hundo. Literally all I did was over prepare for the wither fight. I spawned it in and killed it in under 25 seconds. I came back home victorious, made a beacon, placed the beacon, and enjoyed the sunset. The video is ending. If you watched this far, then consider hitting that subscribe button. It's free and you can always change your mind. And it took me way too long to make this video. And also help me get a new computer, link in the description. Also follow me on Twitter, that might be in the description as well, if I remember to add it. Also, a big thank you to everybody who subscribed after watching my last video. I gained over 100 subscribers in 2 days, and then another 100 in 5 days. Anyways, bye bye. 'Cause I eat the whole ass.